Hey everybody, it's Chris from Xano, and today I'm super excited to show you how you can connect your Xano backend to your Adalo front end so you can build awesome native mobile apps and web apps using Adalo as your front end and Xano as your backend. I'm going to show you the backend that I've created for this example in Xano, and then we're going to jump over to Adalo and create a brand new application, and I'll show you how it works. Currently, I have two database tables. I have a user table and I have a photos table. For my APIs, I have APIs for authentication, for my photos table, and for my users table. When you're connecting Adalo to Xano, you want to make sure that you have these default authentication endpoints present if you are using authentication in your application. And make sure you have any API endpoints tied to other data that you want to show in your app ready to go. You can, of course, add more later, but for this initial connection, we want to make sure that we do have some functionality ready to go inside Xano first. So because we have that ready to go, we have our authentication. And then for this example, we're going to be taking a look specifically at this get photos endpoint, which just returns data from our photos table. We're going to jump right over to Adalo. So in Adalo, this is the first screen that we're presented with when we are creating a new application. We're asked to choose if we are creating a native mobile app or a desktop web application. For this example, we're going to choose native mobile app. And then on the next screen, you're going to want to click Advanced Options down at the bottom. And you can see we have this option that says Use Xano Database and Authentication. This option will be available to you if you have an Adalo team plan or higher. We'll click Done. Let's call our application Adalo Connection Demo. And we'll click Create. And so now we're brought to a new wizard that allows us to set up our Xano connection. There's a video here from Adalo to give you more details on how all this works. We'll go ahead and click Begin. And now we're asked for our Xano API base URL. And we're going to get that from our API groups page. That's going to be this URL right here because this API group contains all of the APIs that we're going to use for this example. And we will paste it right there and click Run Test. And what Adalo has done is it has found our authentication and our user endpoints. We can click Next. And now we're asked about other APIs that we have and if we want to create collections for those in Adalo. We do. We want to create a collection for our photos. So we can click that and finish, and then we're done. And you can see over here on the left-hand side, we have our Xano collections populated here. We can actually go ahead and click Edit Settings, and we can run these tests again, just so you can see that everything is working. Let's go ahead and do that for our photos as well. So Adalo has received the full response from our Photos API, so we are all good there. And now we just need to tie a couple of things into our application, and we'll be good to go. So let's take a look at this login screen first. What we're going to want to do is we're going to want to select the login button. We're going to add an action, and this is under More and then User Login. We're going to want to add a Xano login action, and we want to tie our input fields to the Xano login action. So let's go ahead and select our email and our password components, and we'll click Done. And then we're going to add another action to navigate to our home screen once the user has been logged in. We can do the same thing for our sign up page. So we'll click the sign up button. We will add a Xano sign up action and we can populate our fields. So let's do the email and finally the password. So we'll click done. And again, then we can link right to our home screen. So that's all we need to do for login and sign up. Very simple. And now for our home screen, let's go ahead and display some of our user data. Let's add a simple list here. This is going to be a list of photos. And let's go ahead and populate some of the styling inside of the list. So we're going to display the images that are in our photos database inside of these little avatars here. And we did that by selecting the photo image URL from our collection. We can also modify the subtitle. Let's go ahead and just turn that off. And then for the title, we'll go ahead and populate some additional data. Maybe we want the photo name here. So we'll go ahead and populate that. So this is going to display the image name from our Xano database and a preview of the photo. We're going to add one more screen, and this screen is going to show the full photo. So we'll click Create Screen, and we need to go back to our list, and we need to add an action that links to our View Photo screen. And what this will do is this will send data of the photo that was clicked on to the next screen so we can display that full image. So all we need to do here is click Done. And on our View Photo page, let's go ahead and add an image. Our image source is again going to be a URL, and that URL is going to be the current photo's image URL. So this takes that image URL from Xano and uses that to determine which photo to display. Let's go ahead and change the image cropping here so we see the full image. And with that, we're done. We have a Photos app that we've built in Adalo with Xano as our backend in a very short amount of time. Let's go ahead and preview this just to make sure everything works. We'll go ahead and log into our app. So here we are on the home screen. We have two photos here. Let's click on the first one. And there is our full-size photo. So all of this data is seamlessly coming from Xano right into your Adalo application. So that's all there is to it. We're super excited to be able to work with the Adalo team to bring this integration to you. We hope you love it. Let me know if you have any questions. You can leave a comment down below. You can also speak to us on the Xano community or reach out to us via support chat inside of Xano. Thanks so much for watching, and we will see you in the next one.